Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Salvatore, and I'm back with another chord card video. Now, this one specifically is for my music teachers. Like myself, I've been a guitar teacher for quite some time, and the chord cards have been super beneficial in teaching, especially my younger students, how to play open chords. Now, if you've watched any of the previous videos, I emphasize that guitar is very similar to math, right? It's all about patterns and it's all about shapes. And when you play a certain open chord on the guitar, as guitar players, once you start evolving, you look at it more as a shape and it becomes a muscle memory, and then you can just kind of put your fingers down and know exactly which chord you're playing. And that's the goal for my students, is to be able to just put their fingers down onto that shape to make an open chord. And the card chords have been fantastic with teaching them because it gives them a visual aid of what those shapes look like. Right? Here's a great example. Let's take the D major for a great example. This looks like a triangle. And that's something that I always tell my students, that if you connect these dots, it forms a triangle, right? And it's those small little things that get them to say, okay, I'm gonna put my fingers like a triangle, right? And they remember that D major shape. Now, one method that I love to use when I'm using card chords in any lesson is I've curated a list of songs ranging from newer hip hop all the way back to the Beatles, Zeppelin, pretty much every genre, so that I can hit every single student's needs. And I will have a student pick out any song of their choice, and then I will take the card chords that go with it, and I'll teach it to them that way with the card chords. So now they start associating the certain shape with the name of the chord. So at that point, it doesn't matter which song they learn, they'll say, okay, I remember that the A major is like this. It has this shape, right? So that after that, if they want to go home and learn any song of their choice, they'll be able to do so using open chords. So that's a great method. Have them pick a song and then take out the chord cards that are associated with that song and teach it to them that way. So they start associating the shape with the name of the chord. Another great exercise that I love to do is once they become super familiar with the open chords and they've gone through a lot of the chord cards, what I like to do is I like to actually play the shape of the chord and have my student guess which open chord that I'm playing. Now, usually, and most of the time, what you'll end up seeing is that the student has associated the shape with the name of the open chord, just like we talked about, and they'll be able to just look at that shape that you're playing and say, oh, okay, I remember that, I played that. That's an A minor right there, right? Same thing with a G major, right? You could say, hey, what open chord am I playing here? What's this open chord? And they'll look at it and they will remember that they did that exact same shape, and they'll say that's a G major, okay? That'll help not only with ear training, but it will help with understanding the shapes, making them a muscle memory, and it'll also help them in their future with playing songs of their choice. They might go home and look up how to play Had a Bad Day by Daniel Powter, and boom, they'll be able to look at their open chords, take out their card chords, or they'll just be able to remember exactly how what an E major chord looks like and play it without the chord cards, which is the goal. So those are my teaching methods, just some of the teaching methods that I use when I'm incorporating chord cards into my lessons. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you have any comments or questions, the link in the comment box, leave them and we'll try and get to as many as we can. Also, if you have no idea what chord cards are and you're an absolute beginner and you just bought a guitar, link in the description will be to a video explaining everything about chord cards. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.